Okay, I'm going to try this again. I think I talked too much. I had 10 minutes to record, and I ran over. I was in the middle of talking, so I'm going to redo this video. This is a program I made in C, and I know I've messed around with C and C++ quite a bit, but I've never really gone through a full program, to where I actually compiled it and turned it into an executable. So I took my favorite test game to use. I'm doing the same thing on the Apple II. I'm building a Hangman game for that in machine language, but I figured, hey, let's do it in C. And man, what a challenge after programming in VBA and other languages, and then having to work with pointers. Wow. I think Apple II machine languages might be easier, but so here's the executable. It starts out with a simple menu. I just went ahead and created 4 topics: sports, animals and insects, science, and foods. Let's go with foods. So it reads from a text file. It reads in a whole bunch of words, saves them inside of a word array. Then it generates a random number, and that's how it picks the word from the array of words as your mystery word, so to speak. And as you can see here, we have a grid drawn in text because I can't seem to find anything that says you can draw with regular graphics in C after Windows 98, apparently. I don't know. I have a lot to learn with this stuff. But so I went ahead and treated the screen kind of like a graphics grid, except we're drawn with text. So why not define an array of X columns and Y rows, and every time you clear the screen and draw that array, it just prints lines of text as you tell it to. You load this array with the characters, symbols, and placements for all these, for where you want to draw. So I did not use string literals to hard code this screen. I'll show you what I did real quick. So, as you can see here, this is one function where I build body parts. And as the person misses, it comes in, it increases the value of body parts. It's just an integer. It starts at 0. When you get your first one wrong, it increases to a 1. And through the switch statement, it hits the case 1. And you see these hplot and plot commands. These are functions that I made that I went the wrong direction. That all they do is modify the grid array that you've defined for your screen. It goes into the positions that you tell it to. I want you to go to this row, which correlates to the indices for this array. The row, the start, the length, layer. I've just been using one layer. I just have this thing in my mind where with a 3-dimensional array, I can have several grids built so that I can just switch the screen out real fast. And I don't know, maybe it'll be useful in the future. And then you also tell it what character you want it to store in that particular position. So, alright. So it saves that in the array. So when it goes to draw the grid, draw the screen, here, let me switch back over. It draws line 1 out to the X columns that you defined, starts a new line, prints the next one, and inside the array it holds all these positions. So let me not hold this up any further. Let's go ahead and pick a letter. A is not part of the word. As you can see right here, it adds A to the letters chosen list. We've not guessed any letters of our 3-letter word, and it drew the head. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, so we found an O. I just used a simple function that compares the player's word to the word that it picks. It takes your guess, which we guessed an O, and it goes through and searches each position of the mystery word, and wherever that pointer's at inside that character string, it will then go ahead and transfer that letter you guessed to the corresponding position. So if there are multiple O's, it would find all the O's and populate those in. So let's try an F. I think this might be Fox. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll get to show you what happens when you lose. Alright, see, it drew the full body. It says, oh no, you've been hung. Would you like to play again? We can go yes. And I think everybody knows Hangman. I don't need to walk you through the game. But I think it's a neat way to approach, using text for graphics. And I'm also working on another project where I've taken these same functions and I'm creating like a little animation thing where I can scroll letters in off the side of the screen right onto the screen. It's pretty cool. I'll put that up here eventually. So I guess it's not so much what you use to illustrate your program with, it's how you do it, right? So I obviously have a lot to learn. Pointers can be crazy confusing and difficult, but I'm making it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, shoot me a line, and I'll be happy to share this code with you in my approach.